Welcome to another Mac Trains. Well, a little bit of a layout update, just showing you in a time lapse, setting out the track so I could mark it. Well, first of all, clearing off the foil backing, actually, quite honest, and realising what that mess I'd made of things. But anyway, so marking it and then putting down the rubber track base. This is something I've seen a few people do, thanks to Robert Littlewicket. We'll give it a try. Also soldering a couple of droppers every third or fourth piece of track. Not every piece of track by any means. My soldering is not good enough to show you any kind of close-up beyond this, but there you are. It is being done, and hopefully that will give me some reliable track power as we work our way around. This is a reversing loop, so I had to try and keep my wits about me, and I did get one piece wrong, so hopefully it'll be right. And then stick it down on top of it and weigh it down. And that was the easy part. Now here we're working on our cassette for the hidden sidings, so just a perfectly length size piece of timber. I cut out the foam, and that's going to be that there. So that's the idea. Anyway, on with the actual attempt at point motors. Right then, try and fit a point motor under here. Give you the idea of what I'm going to do. First of all, I've got old point motors, so they're on a 3D printed plastic base. It helps sort of secure them, but I need to check the thing works. So the old 9-volt. So take the common. They're all black right now, but that was the wire I had at the time, obviously. And just hold it onto one terminal of the battery, 9-volt, and the others you just want to touch it against it to see if it moves. So touch on this side, it should flip this way. If you can see that or not. There we go. And use gravity to go the other way. Yeah, that's fine. So this will likely not be enough to move it with the point as well, because you've got the resistance of the spring in the point, but that's sufficient to just see it's working. So that we want to go underneath here. That means we need to do a bit of cutting. What we can find. So I mean, this is not something that needs to be very precise right now. You need to get the rough idea from that. Place it on top. Hold it about in place. And mark it with a pen. So that's that. Once that's done, it's just a case of take away the point and cut. Just go in very roughly, going through the base there. Is quite close to the edge, so I'm not convinced that the edge won't come away as well, but hey ho, we can but try. Okay, now good old chisel. This just happens to be right kind of a size. So just take off the top layer first of all, not being too precious, but it should break away. And you can hear it do that. So now let the chisel go deep. So this is going to be underneath the track bed in this instance, so it's not going to cause me any trouble. If I was doing one that was on the show, this is actually going to be a hidden section. I would do it more neatly and with more care. Okay, so let me just show you the fruits of my labour. There we have it. Nice big void. And what we want to do is to have our point motor and the wires dropping down there. The wires go right the way through, so we'll drill a wee hole next. Now I've got a 2x1 underneath, so I need to just come just to the side of that. That'll do. And a check again. Now, unfortunately for me, that length of the pole there, it's just snug, shall we say, for here. So I'm actually going to just very crudely drill a bit of a trench for it almost. That I wouldn't recommend doing, but nonetheless. Right then, so this hopefully will fit in there neatly. Got the common here, got the two returns, so we'll just take that across to one side. Feed the wires through, and then we'll be gluing this onto the base of the point. Like I say, if these were to be on display, these will all be hidden. I would probably be doing it with more finesse. Well, I tell myself that just now. I probably wouldn't, in truth. I'm not known for finesse. But the theory is you should. Just like to know which one the common is, so give it a wee knot in the base. Okay, right. So that should fit in there now and should be free to move, is the idea. So that it's clear of everything else. So these wires, you don't want them catching. So that will sit there. That is not particularly free to move. My trench idea has not worked, is the truth. So we have to rethink that. I think in the case of the Dremel. But we'll try cheating with the drill a bit longer first. With full apologies for those who have some kind of mechanical sympathy for what I've just had to do there. Yeah. So that is now happier to move. And I think once that's glued to the base of the point, it'll be absolutely fine. So that then needs to go there, point on top. And the whole thing fits together is the idea. Do be careful in this. You do not want to glue the bar. Everything but the bar, certainly, but not the bar. So a little dab of glue around here should do. I've got some of the liquid super glue. Brush on super glue. It's all liquid, isn't it? But you get the idea. Okay, so now all we have to do is set the point midway, hold the bar midway, and see if we can get the two to marry up together, which is always easier said than done. There are jigs you can get for this, but I tend to just work it by hand. I get what I want. Apologies for the whining dog in the background. He's wanting his dinner. Which I think I am too, actually. So once that's on, I tend to go over the glue again. I'm just seeing you can't see a thing of this. Apologies. Of course you can't. Why would you be able to? And just dab it on the sleepers that are definitely not part of the tie bar. Give it an extra bit of grip. Right then. Again, everything but the tie bar. So the tie bar is still free to move. It is moving on the bar, I hope. Yep. And that is now glued in place. And so is my finger. No real surprise there, I'm afraid. Right, so that's in. Got my wiring, that point in. This is one I did earlier, which was me testing the theory. And so these will joined up, and then we'll get, hopefully, the beginnings of some working point work. So, thanks. Hope that's been useful. Apologies for my big hand being right in the way and my arm being in the way and my cardigan and so on, but there you go. So more to be seen soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Oh yes, like, comment and subscribe. Very important.